Python. First, we'll discuss who developed Python. First, we will discuss who developed Python and in which year the Python has been developed. Python was developed by Guido van Rossum in the year of 1989. In the year of 1989. See here, Python was developed by Guido van Rossum in the year of 1990, we can say, or 89. So we are going to be develop web applications by using Python. We'll be having some Django framework. By using the Django framework, we are going to be develop the web applications, and we are going to be use the Python for developing the desktop application. We'll be using Tinker for that, and for developing the networking programming. For networking programming also we can use the Python. Socket programming concepts we have. Data analysis applications we are using Python. For machine learning we are going to be use the Python. For developing the artificial intelligence applications we are going to be use the Python. So these are the areas where we are going to be use Python. First I'll discuss that where we are going to be use Python. Before going to discuss that, I want to know, I want to discuss the applications, that is desktop application, web application, mobile application. See, desktop application, web application, mobile application. When we are going to be discuss about this type of applications, desktop application, when we want to use that application will be installed within the system and will be having the database connectivity with that, and we can able to access only the data within that. It doesn't require any internet. It does not require any internet. See, I'll show you how it is going to be work. I think now you can able to see the white screen like whiteboard. Now here I'm going to be create the desktop. I mean, how we are going to be use the desktop applications. I'm going to be explain with the help of a diagram. Now see, within our computer, we are going to be install the software and will be having the database support for accessing the data and for storing the data. Everything within this system we are going to be perform without having any internet support, without having internet support. That type of applications we can see as desktop application. And next we have web application. Web application, if it is a web application, though we are using the system for accessing the application, in the system we are going to be use the web browser for accessing the application. Definitely we need to have the internet to communicate from the client to the server. Let me consider this is a client and this is the server. At the server side, we are going to be maintain the database. At the server side, we are going to be maintain the database. Now here in the client or from the client side, we'll be having web browser, will be having web browser, which will be used as an interface for accessing the internet. Or to access the internet application, we are going to be use the web browser as an interface. That is the latest web browsers what we have here is Internet Explorer, Internet Explorer. So which is Microsoft Edge now, IE, that is Microsoft Edge now. And Mozilla Foundation related web browser, Mozilla Firefox. And we have Google Chrome. We have Opera, like many browsers we have. So whichever it is comfort for us, we are going to be use that. Maybe we'll be having different features for the various browsers. Now here, definitely if we want to use any web application, we are going to be use the server, and at the server side we'll be having the database. This is a database, this is a database which is used for storing the data, and whatever it may be the data we are requesting into the browser in the application in the client side, the client is going to be send a request to the server. That request will be considered as HTTP request. HTTP is one of the protocol. Protocol is nothing but set of rules. HTTP protocol, in a sense, hypertext transfer protocol. Hypertext transfer protocol. Whatever it may be the page we are requesting, so www.gmail.com, immediately it is going to be convert https://www.gmail.com or google.com. It is going to be generated. This request will be considered as HTTP request, and it is going to be search for that particular page in the server, and it is going to give the response that is considered as HTTP response. So definitely we need the internet. Without having the internet, we cannot able to access this particular application. Okay, that application will be called as web application. And if you see here the examples of web application, IRCTC, IRCTC, Book My Show, any applications, any websites which is used for accessing, for storing some data and retrieving some data and maintaining some data, like Book My Show, which is used for booking the movie tickets, or IRCTC, which is used for booking the train tickets, and either Redbus, Abibus. These are all the internet applications, that is web application. And we have mobile applications as well, mobile applications which is going to be suitable for mobile, and which is going to be used in mobile applications. Nowadays most of the applications what we are having here is, that is related to Android applications, operating system applications only we have for the mobiles. And this is the brief information about the applications, the different types of applications what we have. And now we'll go back to our discussion. We'll go back to our discussion. like these are the various types of applications we are going to be uh, have. Like not only these type of applications, we have more, but this information we are providing. And now here we are using the Python, using Python for developing desktop applications. We are going to be use Tinker, which is graphics like GUI. For developing the GUI, we are going to be use a Tinker. For developing the web applications, for developing web application, we are going to use a Python. In that, we are going to be use Django framework. Django framework will be used for developing the web application, and the Python will be used for developing games. For developing games, we are going to be use Python. For data analysis applications, data analysis related applications. In machine learning, we can use this. See, machine learning, we are making the machine to learn something based on the different knowledge. That knowledge may be based on experience knowledge, or like we have different learning strategies. Those we are going to be, like all the algorithms in the machine learning, we are going to be provide some data set. Based on the data set, it is going to be predict some results. That all we are going to be developed with either Python programming language, or for developing it, we are going to be use the R programming language. So by using the Python, we can able to implement the machine learning concepts as well, and we can able to develop artificial intelligence related applications also. For artificial intelligence, AI, we are using this Python. Python is very rich in its libraries for data analysis, like Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib for data visualization. We have many more, like SciPy, Seaborn. We can say the Python is very rich in libraries. And now we are going to be discuss Python will be used for creating the client server applications, that is related to web-based applications, web applications. Python can connect to database systems. It can also read and modify files. Python can connect to database systems. It can also read and modify files. And we can able to perform the complex mathematics like statistics, probability. Those things also we are going to be implement with the help of Python. Python works on different platforms. Python works on different platforms. Like, we can say it is not dependent on one particular machine. So Windows, Macintosh, Linux, in many operating systems, it is going to be supports. When compared to the other programming language, to implement one particular concept will be taking very less number of lines of code when we are comparing with C, C++, and Java languages. For implementing, what I mean to say is, for implementing one application in Java, C, and C++, if it is taking approximately 100 lines of code, by using Python, we can able to develop that particular application less than 100 lines, less than 100 lines, around 80 lines or 85 lines or 90 lines. When compared to the other programming languages like C, C++, and Java, the Python will be implemented with less number of coding. Python has syntax that allows developers to write programs with fewer lines than some other programming language. It is open source. Python is open source software. Open source software, in a sense, it is easy for us to download from the internet and without paying any amount. We are going to be download this Python software freely in the internet. We no need to pay any amount for the license. Python is open source software, and Python is a object oriented programming language. What is meant by object oriented programming language? Any language is satisfying the object oriented programming concepts, then that particular language will be considered as object oriented programming language. That is class, object, data abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism. These concepts, if it is any language is satisfying, then that language will be called as object oriented programming language. And the Python is also high level programming language. High level programming language. It is general purpose programming language. General purpose programming language. So we can able to download Python from the website. Python available for free to download. That is https colon slash slash www dot python.org. We can able to find the various versions of software, and we can also find the documentation related to Python in this python.org. This is the official website related to Python. Now we will go and see what kind of information available in this python.org. Yeah. See here, downloads, documentation, communities, success stories, news, events, and all. So we are going for downloads. We want to see the full list of downloads. We can able to click here. Python 3.9.6 is the latest version. We can able to download that in Windows 7 upper versions only, like higher versions of Windows 7. 3.9 plus versions cannot be used on Windows 7 or the previous operating systems what we have in Windows. The latest version of Python is Python 3.9.6. We are having Python 2 and Python 3. We are going to be discuss Python 3 only. See here, I'll give the difference between Python 2 and Python 3 in the coming classes. Macintosh related software also we can able to download in this particular link, and other platforms also. So now I'll go and I'll see here, view the full list of downloads for Windows. For Windows, if you are seeing, for Windows, if I'm seeing, I'll click here. See, this is 3.9.6. We are going to be available with 32-bit, 64-bit. Both the versions are available. Both the versions are available. So whichever it may be our operating system, either 32-bit or 64-bit, we can able to download in that particular related to that particular uh, operating system. Here 3.10, and we'll be having 3.8.10. We'll be having the different versions here. So we can install any version of Python 3.7 and above. Better the latest one only we can able to use. 3.9.6 only we'll use. That is the best. So in the coming classes, we will discuss how we can able to download this and how we can able to install the basic ideally for writing the programs or the applications of Python, and how it is going to be installed, that we will discuss.